Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to all of you. So Alhamdulillah, now is week 4, so we are going to talk about the chapter 2, which is information retrieval. So as usual, before we start the class, let us recite doa al-Fatihah first. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, ar-Rahmanir-Rahim, maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, ihdinas mustaqim, siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim. Amin. Alright. So, information retrieval. What is information retrieval? So, it's defined as a process of searching, collecting, and using the information that suit to the need of the searcher. Alright, so in the context of information agency, we known as a user. Right, so user want to find the information that might suit to their needs. Okay, they also collect, all right, the things that might relates to the topic that are being searching for. Okay. So importance of information retrievals is assist user in searching and collecting the information by using the right way. Alright, so right way. So how? Okay, we direct them to the right database. Alright, so online database, for instance, if that person or that user come from the engineering field, all right, so we can just directly to the IEEE database. For example, if the student from the information management field, we can direct them to the certain database such as Science Direct, all right, and then what we call as kita ada Science Direct, kita ada Emerald. Okay, this is among the database that can be used by the information management students, and then assist user in determining the right information. Okay, help them to determine either this is information is suitable or not. Okay, and encourage user to utilize the retrieval tools, direct them to the various channel, okay, to the various tools that they might use. Okay, they can go for encyclopedia, they can go for online database, they can go for index extract and so on, and then prevent user from down in a pool of information. Drawn in the pool of information, you cannot just give everything without finalize. Okay, you should help them. Okay, should help them to determine, all right, is it information is can be used or not, okay, based on criteria such as the date of the publication of the materials that we might that article might have problems or might not be updated. Okay. And then characteristic of valuable information. So valuable information or information that can be used by the user is should be precise information. Alright, suit or fulfill the needs and also current and up to date information. This is the criteria, okay, that we can use to help the user to find the valuable information. Okay, you can just give a minimum consultation to them. Okay, so you can just double check with them. Okay, you want to use this kind of information, but is it current to the information? You can just ask about the date of publication. All right, the publisher, the authoritative of the material itself, who's the author of the materials. Okay, is it an expert to that field? Okay, you can just ask the question to the user, so they just can determine, all right, this information is suitable and to their needs or not. Okay. And then methods of information retrievals, we do have manual and computerized or online. Alright, what is manual? Manual information retrievals in the form of printed materials and also microform. Alright, printed material, I'm pretty sure everybody is know what is information printed materials. Okay, and then microform, for example, printed bibliography and index, again, and the needs for user to search one by one of entries to identify which information that suit to their requirement. Okay, by using the microform. So printed materials, as usual, user physically is similar with books. Alright, so the advantages of printed materials, definitely straightforward to use. Okay, same goes as you browsing the books itself. predictable in cost, you know, okay, how many costs involved in finding that information. Okay, for example, the price of the book itself, right, the price of the material, so you can just predict within that amount. Okay, and then usable by more than one person simultaneously. All right, from if one person already finish it, and then you can just pass to the another person. All right. While for the disadvantage for the printed materials is space to house. You need to have a rack, you need to have a physical space for them, you need to rent, okay, certain part of the in the part of the building itself, all right, and then maintaining currentness. Okay, how you are going to maintain the currentness? You have to have an updates. Okay, for example, the first publication was published in 2030, okay, 2013, and then they do have an update or continuing material information about that topic in 2015. So you do also, you can also, you should also buy that 2015 publication. So you have to add on another space, all right. And then limitation on retrieval strategies. Okay, limitation in the on the retrieval strategy. For instance, you cannot just type because this is a printed one, so you have to browse. Okay, if the user do not know about index, okay, they don't know how to find the information by using index, it's quite difficult for them because they just refer to the table of content only, right, which is supposedly, okay, the way of make sure they know how they can get direct information in the printed one is actually they should use the index. Okay, so index can direct the term, all right, that they want, that the user want, and then direct to the direct page. Okay, that one you can just see in the book. So you just browse the book. At the back, almost back of the book, there is one page known as an index. So from there is a words, okay, that being arranged alphabetically, A B C D. So just find out the information or the term that you want, find out there, and then you just get direct to the page that have been stated there. All right, so that is the way how you are going to search information in the printed materials. And then microform is satisfactory for source with short entries and alphabetical in arrangement. Alright, it much save space, right? And also maybe frequently update. That is the advantage of the microform itself. You never mind, you can just Google type microform, then you can find out what this microform is all about. Alright, so the disadvantage, microform definitely they do need an equipment. So when we do have an equipment, definitely we should think about the maintenance of the equipment itself. Okay, and then we also need for user orientation. You have to teach the user how to use that microform. Okay, so that user know for the first time. Okay, you have to teach them how to use it, and then what is do and don'ts, okay, while browsing by using the microform, sorry. So that process also takes time, all right. And then limit to one user at a time per viewer, because this is just a screen, so one by one user only. And also limitation on the search strategy. Okay, for the limit to one user at time per view, you have to make a turn. Even though microform is one of the methods or way of searching, that, what can I say, is one of the methods that or the medium that can preserve information up to 99 years, if I'm not mistaken, which is very good things that should be maintained by the library itself. But due to the cost of the equipment itself, so microform just be left behind like that, even though it can just preserve the information up to 99 years. Okay, so another ways of searching the information, which is computerized information retrieval. So, okay, so the format for electronic materials, we do have CD-ROM, CD-RAM, CDI, multimedia presentation, database, online database, and also internet. Okay, so CD-ROM. CD-ROM is an electronic storage medium that is produced and read by means of laser technology. Okay, so CD-ROM products have been specifically designed for ease of use and to facilitate end user searching. So many offer both novice and expert modes interfaces. Okay, that is CD-ROM. So CD-ROM was one of the first media that designed with expectation that the end user would perform search without the intervention or support of an intermediary. Alright, this is the first media that they can say that user can just directly use. Okay, don't need to intermediaries or spokesperson to help them to find or to search the information itself. Okay, animation, sophisticated graphics, multimedia capabilities such as is used to embedded video clips and help system that talk to the user are some of the options that available on the CD-ROM. Okay, on some CD-ROM. It means that for the printed one, you cannot add on the video clip or you cannot add on a moving pictures. Okay, compared to CD-ROM, you can just put it all the criteria in the multimedia include sounds, okay, include graphics, alright, pictures and so on. So you just can have a moving icon in the CD-ROM itself. Okay, that is the advantage of the CD-ROM. So retrieval features on CD-ROM is index. This is how we can use to search information in the CD-ROM. And then search structure, which is term selection. You can just use the certain keywords, okay, relates to the topic that you want to search. And then search features such as boolean and or not. That is boolean search. Okay, you can just that term information and technology. So the system itself, I can search for the information technology, information or technology. So either one, either they can just have a result in the information or in the technology. And another one is information not technology. So they can just find information, the term of information only that not included with the technology. That is how Boolean search operates. Okay. And the search profile management, which is search status, statistic gathering, and so on, such as LISA, library informations. I'm not very sure LISA is stand for what, but it's for library, right? You can just find out later on. And then humanities index, social science index, UMI, dissertation abstract, and so on. So database or online database is available to information user in the public arena, which might be accessed remotely via an online search services or more locally. Alright, so database may be accessed through the online host, example NSTP online, bernama Newslink, or acquired on CD-ROM, IEEE, and so on. Okay, or throughout the internet, GPO online, BPO online, and so on. This is the online database that available in outside here. So database can be categorized into reference or source database, right? So reference database refer to the point the user to another source such as document, an organization, or an individual for additional information, or for the full text of the information. Alright, certain database, they can just refer you to the abstract because that organization was not subscribed to that particular article, for example. But you can just know, okay, this article is suitable with your needs, so you have to just to read to the abstract first. Okay, or certain articles that already been subscribed by the library or information agencies, you can just access to the full text of the article itself. Okay. So reference database include, this is the type of reference database. We do have bibliographic database, which includes citation, alright, citation that you have been done in the part 1, or bibliographic references, and sometimes abstract of literature that tell the user what has been written and which source can be located. So you choose bibliographic database to find the information that might direct to the information that you need, right? And then catalog database, which show the stock of a given library or library network. Typically, such database lists which monograph, journal titles, and other items that library has in stock but do not give much information on the content of the document itself. It's just catalog, okay, which is you can just browse through. The term of catalog itself represent the database is all about, right? So you just you know, when you talk about catalog, it means that you just the things that you can choose from the catalog itself. They don't provide much information, just a title, might be the title, and also a little bit information about that title itself. So you just pick, so you have to directly to another database to find out what that information is all about. And also referral database, which offer references to information or data such as in the names and address of organization and other directory types of data. All right. Reference database, which is source database, contain the original source data and are one types of electronic document. Alright, so source database may include the full text of journal article, newsletters, dictionaries, encyclopedia, and so on. Alright, next is internet. Alright, so I'm very sure all of you is very familiar with the term of the internet itself. Okay, in fact, nowadays internet is a must. It's like a must for everybody, right? It's just not the medium for you to find the information or see, but it's also the content itself. You can just earn money and so on with the use of the internet. So what internet is all about? Okay? The internet is a collection of interlinked computer networks or a network and network. It can connect millions of different computers, and the rate of given in use and in a new subscribers is growing on a month by month basis. Okay, new subscribers, right? Historically, the internet was essentially an academic network. So previously we used internet for the academic purposes only, but business use is growing. As you can see now, a lot of business, SME business, use internet as a medium. Alright, in fact, in this pandemic COVID-19, okay, the rate and then the use of internet has been increased up to 300% compared to before. Alright, because everybody start to use online. Okay, you go to work via online, work from home. Like I'm working from home, so definitely I use the internet to connect with you. Alright, either one to type in the WhatsApp, or you just can have this kind of online class and so on. Alright, so that is no longer an elite network for communication between research center, but also is accessible to the small college, small business, library throughout the world. Right, in fact, you can just also can have a communication with the libraries outside Malaysia. Okay, you can just directly, we can just have a good connection to them. We can just help them for their assistance, for example. Alright, so the internet offer a gateway to online databases, library catalogs and collection and software, document archive, and also frequently used store and forward services such as usernet news and emails. Okay. So the internet provides global connectivity via a mesh of networks based on the Transmission Control Protocol or Internet Protocol TCP/IP and Open System Interconnection OSI protocol. So documents are transferred between this network using one of the variety of internet transfer protocols such as file transfer protocol and also hypertext transfer protocol. This is the term that being used in the internet itself. Okay, the connection between one to another. Okay, what kind of the link that have been known as a TCP/IP, FTP, and also HTTP. All right. So their providers control the resources that are available on the internet itself, and there is no inherent co-evaluation or validation embedded in their distribution or publication process. In addition, the resources can be volatile. Volatile means meruak, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it just can just burst out. The information is just separate by itself like that. Okay, retrieval is recognized to be a significant problem, okay, on the internet because the wide variety of different formats and numerous different search and retrieval mounted on the different computer via different interface. Okay, you go for the first web page, for example. Okay, this web page is being designed like this, so you just then you want to find another information, you go to the another link, you click on the another link and then find out, okay, this is the interface. The way you want to familiar with that kind of interface also become a problem for the information retrieval, especially on the internet, because it's not the same. We do have a million web page, a million information being uploaded in the internet. So how we are going to find that kind of information? What are the way to access the information? That is the problems when it comes to the internet part for the information retrieval. Remember, information retrieval is the way you want to get the information. So how? Okay, it's quite difficult things, okay, and then you have to know certain skills to find out what kind of information that really needs, that really suit to the your needs or to the your customer needs. Okay, it's got a big problem because no one can control what kind of things that can be posted in the internet. So that is the problems in finding the information via internet. So browser will allow the user to navigate between linked documents, but browsing is not an effective means of identifying specific information. This requires search engine. Alright, I'm pretty sure everybody is thanks to God because they have an idea to have the search engine parts. Okay, because you can just typing over there, so you just enter, come up with the result. Okay, so what is search engine? Search engine is a retrieval mechanism that perform the basic retrieval task. Okay, the problem with the search engines, alright, it's like you just browse, okay, what kind of the possible question, possible terms, okay, that being typed in their browse, in their box, okay, search engine. So you just type directly over there, it can hit up to thousand or million results. So that is the problem for you to identify which one is suited with your needs. Okay. So there are a number of different types of search engine and it differ from one to another in the following important respect. Okay? In terms of coverage of database, in terms of search facilities and process, in terms of result list and also version of search tool. Okay, remember there is no one specific search engine that suit to the your needs. So they do have Alta Vista. I'm not sure is it still exists or not, Alta Vista, Hotboot, Excite, Yahoo, Infosys, and so on. In fact, during my time in 2012, I'm doing my master. Okay, I'm being given this task to find out a list of if search engine available, alright, in the internet. So at that moment I could just found 150. My friends found it is about 300 search engine. So each of the search engine give different priorities to the information. So for example, Yahoo, I'm not sure, Yahoo, okay, Yahoo still exists even though the groups has been closed before, if I'm not mistaken, in the past, in the last month, right? Yahoo search engine, they hit the first hit of the information or the first link is not the same with the Google hit the first link. Alright, remember certain people says that the first one that being hit by the search engine is the popular one, which is the most referred one, but actually not. Alright, so because every search engine have their different results. So how? Alright, that is the problem. By determining the important information or the needs of the information in the internet, especially by using the search engine. Okay. So advantages of using computerized information retrieval system: high storage capacity, definitely you just can use the cloud storage, okay, and then portability, you can just access everywhere, you can go everywhere and you just find out, okay, the information that you want. And then fixed cost, okay, you may brought your internet kata apa, internet provider, you just pay for the internet provider, so you know, okay, fix every month this is the amount that you have to pay. Okay. And then searching capabilities, all right, you can just type, right? It's much easier for all of us. Okay, durability, networking, allow complex searching, example boolean truncation and so on. You can use your creativity to find the information. How? By using the search strategies. Okay, and then stock image and sound and also end user system. Okay. While for disadvantages of using computerized information retrieval system, limitation in currency of data. Okay, this is a if you do not have a good coverage, okay, or limit of data every month, you just subscribe for example 18 gig. So by the time is not already not the new cycle of the item of the internet itself, so you have to wait or you have to add on, right? So limitation of the currency of data, high cost to maintain, okay, high cost for the provider to maintain the information, all right, and it's slow in access time. Definitely this is the most things that everybody is worried, okay, about accessing time. Okay, developing point of use instruction that can assist user in developing a better strategy is time consuming and very hard to do well. Okay, and variable is use of ease of use because interface are not standard. Definitely everybody have their own interface, everybody have their own taste, so they mark up the interface based on what they needs, not what your user needs. So user have to be familiar with the interface by your own. All right, and they require workspace for equipment. Definitely you should have a device. All right, you should have a laptop, should have a handphone, and you should have, might be you have to download certain apps, okay, for you to access that information. That's all. Thank you for being so thoughtful. See you next week. If you have any question, we can just have a Google Meet session, or you can just directly ask me in the WhatsApp group. That's all, guys. Thank you. Bye. See you next week. Inshallah.